with another one.
All right, guys, this is J.O.A.T.D back with another video. Here in front of you are the inner and outer tie rod ends for a 2006 Dodge Ram 1500. Ever since I put the 6-inch rough country lift kit on the vehicle, I haven't been able to get it aligned because one of the tie rods had a lot of play in it, which was the driver's side tie rod. I decided to change both of the tie rods, and since I was changing the outer ones, I might as well go ahead and change the inner ones too. Trying to get the truck ready so I can drive it, you know, because right now the steering wheel is like crooked. It's terrible, but it still drives, whatever. All right, this right here is the outer tie rod end, and I'm going to paint these red to match the brake calipers and the tow hooks that I've painted red on the vehicle. I think it's going to be nice. I did want to get them powder coated, but they have the rubber boot on it. You have to take it all apart. I don't think it's really worth all of that, so I'm just going to paint them and let them harden for about 2 weeks. They should be good. So today's video is going to be on how to paint them, get them prepped and paint them, and then the next video will be me installing them on the vehicle. I'm going to try to let the paint harden as much as possible, because once I start screwing this on, I don't want to damage the paint that's going to be on it, because I can see right here, you can see where here and here you have to grab it. So what I might do is paint the whole entire thing except for these spots right here where you have to actually put a tool on to tighten it. We'll see if we can do that. All right, guys, so let's get started. All right, so I taped off that middle section where you need to put a tool at, and then I'm going to grind the rest. Alright, so we also going to cover this part here. I don't want this red. Alright, so we got that covered up. Got everything all painted. Now I'm gonna hit this with like 3 coats, so I'm gonna let it flash in between, and then we're just gonna hang it up to dry. All right, guys, so these are the new painted outer tie rod ends. They came out really good, and we're gonna put these bad boys on. So what we're gonna do first is we're gonna jack up the vehicle. Make sure you have a jack and a jack stand under the vehicle. You're gonna remove the tire, and then you're going to be at this point. All right, next what you're going to do is you're going to remove this nut. This is a 21mm nut from this outer tie rod end. All right, so we're going to do that first. All right, now since this is an old tie rod end, I'm going to hit it from the bottom up to knock it out. Normally, to loosen this, you would hit it here 2 or 3 times. Just whack it 2 or 3 times and it'll just pop out. But I don't want to damage it because I have a lift kit on it, and I don't want to hit it and damage anything, so I'm just going to knock this old one out. Alright, so we got it loose. The next thing we're going to do is we have this jam nut here. You're going to break this jam nut free. Technically, you're going to turn it that way. All right, so we got it loose. Let's spin it loose a little bit. Now, we're gonna turn this outer tie rod out. Now, what you have to do is count full rotations. Count every full rotation, because when you put the new inner tie rod in, you have to spin this outer tie rod on it back however many rotations that you took it off, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 19. So it took 19 full turns to get this off. All right. All right, guys. So now what we're going to do is take this inner tie rod off. So we have to take the boot off first. And the easiest way to do that, take a flathead and just whack it until it comes off. So we take this whole piece off right here. You're gonna have to take a pair of pliers and take this clamp off right here. All right, let's see. You're gonna have to take this nut off here. I got it broke loose. See right here? It's on there pretty tight. Just take the pliers off, and then technically all we have to do is just spin it. We go. This right here is the new one. This is brand new. It's a Moog one. You can see it. And I got a new boot and everything. Alright, so what you're gonna do is these are gonna come separate, so you're gonna buy the boot and buy the inner tie rod. Okay, so first thing you're gonna do is slide the boot onto the tie rod. Alright, see how I got it on there? Okay. And then I'm gonna go from the outside here, and you're gonna turn it on. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna turn this on. Let's see. Now that you have that tight, you're gonna slide the boot all the way up. Let's see. There you go. Slide it all the way till it gets right there, and then slide this all the way on. Make sure it's all the way over the lip. Yeah. There you go. We're gonna put a zip tie here and then a zip tie there. Get a zip tie. Here. I'm gonna go ahead and put this zip tie on here. Alright, so that zip tie's on there. Now, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna put the nut back on. Now remember, this has to be turned on 19 times. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. There we go. We got 19 full turns, and what we're going to do is tighten the nut against it, just like that. Take this one off. Alright, so we're going to put this in. That. Get the new nut, put it on. Alright, so the new one is a 22 millimeter. Now we're going to take this jam nut here and tighten it down. All right. And that is it. So I'm going to do the other side and we're finished. All right, guys, so we just finished installing the inner and outer tie rod ends. Let's let you see how it looks. What? Oh, you see that red. I know you see it. It's beautiful. Let's go on the side. See it on the side. Let's see. Here it is. You see it. That's one side. And see the other side. Everything looks great. All right, guys, so that's it. That's how you install the inner and outer tie rod ends. This is JOATD, and I'm out. All right, guys, for those of you out there that need to know what's the difference between a good inner tie rod and a bad inner tie rod, here you go. Bad. Bad. Won't even move. Brand new. All right, guys, this video is to show you the difference between a bad outer tie rod and a good outer tie rod. This one is a bad outer tie rod. See how it moves? It shouldn't move. Watch this. It just spins around. This thing is no good. This is a brand new one, right? Watch this. You can't even move it. See that? Look, it won't spin. All right? That's how you know if your outer tie rod is bad. All right.